Some will bring a couple teammates on. We have Shumpert and Mr. Novak. Hello, Steve. Good to see you.
Come on, Novak.
Is this mine? Is this?
Come on, Novak.
I think this is probably the most. We were just talking earlier. This is probably the longest distance you probably had to run.
Yes.
Because we were just saying. I asked Jeremy. I said, Jeremy, does he sweat? She always looks so cool and calm. He said, well, he only goes from one 3-point to the other 3-point.
Okay.
Exactly.
I heard a few things Jeremy was saying, and I'd like to correct one thing he said. He mentioned that Landry Fields was the only person he really knew at first, and then he touched on how Tyson kind of talked about.
I could have sworn I knew him in the summer.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I knew him in the summer.
And me and Jeremy actually played one game together in the D League last season.
And we went to PF Chang's afterwards. I do take that back. I knew.
I just wanted.
I knew Novak. And what? I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When I mean Tyson and Jared, gave me a lot of advice. I actually meant Shump and Novak.
But I did kind of pin him down. We had to prioritize, to some degree.
Yeah, we had to clear that up.
Yeah, we had to clear that up.
I gotta start with you though, Mr. Shumpert, because we haven't seen this kind of. Where is this defensive intensity? It almost seems like you've become almost this defensive rock. You just shut people down, or is that just Clyde and those guys just hyping us up on your defense, or do you love the defensive side of the game?
I don't know if it's that I love the defensive side of the game as much as I hate when people score. Like certain people, I don't know. It's like when I was growing up, it was just like I had my brothers always beating up on me, and we go to the park, and if I was finally on their team, if I would do anything to knock my brothers down, if you on the other team and I don't even know you, there's no telling what I'd do to keep you from scoring. I just hate when people score, and then. Sometimes it's just guys that I just feel like shouldn't be scoring.
Now, are there anybody?
They'll have really, really good games, and I see their stats and everything. I'll be like, I just don't feel like he should be scoring. I feel like if I take the approach that I don't respect him as a scorer, then they won't score. But if you give them that respect and give them that extra step back, and you just sort of play your distance, trying to play it all calm, and not get crossed over, you're gonna end up losing that battle, especially in this league.
Is there anybody in particular that you don't like to see score?
Just gonna leave it alone.
I can vouch for that for him.
What?
Because I've heard him several times say on the bench, I just don't like him. Right? He says that. Maybe honestly 3 or 4 times.
No, seriously, I do.
I think that's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah, that might be that's the censored version, but it's just why don't you? I just don't.
Sometimes certain guys, I don't like him. I don't like his, and not like him, it's a person or, you know what I mean? Just they'll score, and I hate their whole swagger when they're scoring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just don't like it. So
I'm beginning to understand.
Anything I can do to get in your skin.
I think it's a very New York thing, though. That reminds me back in the 90s, that kind of swagger where I think basically the entire Knicks team didn't want anybody else to score.
It's not the same now. We get fined for fouls.
Yeah.
Kicked out of games for fouls and technicals.
Yeah, Novak takes a different approach. He lets the guy score. If he gets one down on the other end.
Scores on the other
Him and Dunleavy had a little deal going into the game. They're like, you get a 3, I get a 3. You get a 3, I get a 3.
But then Dunleavy goes in, he lays it up, and you shoot a 3, so you end up winning. You come out
What's
on top.
What's up with the? I want to talk about that. What's up with the discount double check or
triple check?
How does that work?
It's a triple check.
It's a triple check?
He hits a 3.
Not a double check.
He's the triple check.
It's a triple check.
Yeah.
Is there some motivation behind that, or how'd you come up with that?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and
Yes.
I grew up a cheesehead.
Bears.
Although he was the one eating cheese backstage, just for the record, he was. But I grew up a huge Packer fan, And I'm sure many people have seen Aaron Rodgers when he throws a touchdown, he does the title belt. And so one game I just brought it out. One of our security guards was asking me to do it, and I told him I didn't want to do it. And he kept begging me on to do it. And then one game I just brought it out, and it's caught on, I guess.
Smart. I like it. No. Can you give me a little demonstration?
No. It has to.
The three, he got to hit a three first. He got to hit a three first.
It's got over here.
The key is a facial expression. He goes like this.
Yeah. Look, then he point to people that didn't even pass it to him. I didn't pass it to you. What you pointing at me for? I didn't do nothing, Novak.
See, they feel like they have to be a part of my celebration, clearly. They get to critique it. They get to decide how my face should look. But all along, I thought it was my from Wisconsin. But apparently not. They get to.
Go Bears.
Okay, Bears fan. It's tough.
Mr. Shumpert, are you a sneaker? I mean, I've heard rumor, if it's not true. I mean, are you a little bit of a sneaker collector?
Yeah. I got a problem. I got a little bit of a problem.
My kind of guy when it comes to collecting. What are some of your favorites, and what are you traditionally collecting? How many pairs do you have? I
don't know. See, my whole life I was like, I get any type of exclusive shoes that I really like, and then it's like, well, now I'm with Adidas, so I'm really limited to what I can wear now. You know what I mean?
That's a problem.
I can't really talk about it too much. Yeah. I don't know what.
Well, let's limit it to like, how many pairs of sneakers do you have in your collection? You in the hundreds?
Yeah.
I don't think you should be telling kids this.
Yeah.
He has two
don't
pairs.
Be like me, man. I used to do crazy stuff. Like shoes would come out, I get 3 pair of the same shoe. Just like one pair I play ball in, the other pair would be like, you know, if I really wanted to go out and hang out, ended up getting them dirty. And then that one minty pair that I would just wear, you know, when I had to look real good.
Sure.
You know, let's talk about your defense for a second. Let's change the subject. Is there somebody in the NBA that maybe you can guard? Is there anybody you kind of look forward to guarding? Or maybe,
you said that I can't guard?
Yeah, do you feel like maybe...
I don't feel like it's anybody I can't guard. I'd say the hardest matchup was either Paul Pierce or Dirk. Like I don't think I was mentally prepared enough to guard Dirk. I think I need another go-round at him. He early on they got me with the 2 rookie calls fast, so I was on the bench. But we ended up beating him though. Thank God, Jeremy.
You looking forward to getting back on that?
Huh?
You looking forward to getting back on that? Being able to go? Do you look forward to getting back and maybe playing against the?
Yeah. I would love to just to see if I could really, because he's so tall. You know what I mean?
And
not
big.
really fast. Puts the ball in your face a lot. I feel like I can make life miserable for him.
I like that. Steve, you're probably you're one of the more experienced players on the stage.
Yes.
What advice? I mean, you've been around now a little bit. I don't hold the Marquette experience. You know, we like that program. Good program. Mm-hmm. First, I guess, what advice do you give to these 2 young players? Mm-hmm. And then second thing is, what was it like to play? You played in college with D Wade, didn't you?
Yes.
Was he as good as you thought, or back then?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. It was. I'll maybe compare it a little bit to kind of like Jeremy. It's a little different in many ways, but I think when D Wade came out of college, we knew he was good, but we didn't know he was that good. Obviously, he had so much success so early, and they won a championship, and he's obviously gone on to be, one of the top 3 players in the NBA. And the reason I say like Jeremy, it's like he was on the team, and everybody said. I've actually been asked a lot of times, when you play with Jeremy in the D League, did you see the future? Did you know you guys were going to be playing together? Did you see the greatness in him? I didn't want to say, nah, he really wasn't that good. But I think, in talking with Jeremy, he surprised himself. What he's done has been, remarkable. We knew Jeremy was a good player, but what he's been able to.
Did you know he was a good player? How? In practice, you knew?
I think the NBA it's full of so many good players that, when Jeremy would have a great practice and, he's out there, and since Barron's not here, we can say this, he would be having a better practice than Barron or be having a better practice than somebody. It was like, he's in the NBA, he's a very good player. And, once when Sandy caught on, it was you know, it was.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was his whole swagger changed. You know, he started wearing the little calf sleeves. You know what I mean? They got the handshake going. His haircut changed. If you see Jerry when he subbed in against the Nets,
yes,
and then see how he walks against Dallas. You know what I'm saying? It's totally no. Seriously though, seriously. Seriously, I think
he's still the one who's going to be passing you the ball.
Oh yeah, he knows this. What I'm saying,
in 2 years, I'll have a headband, a couple arm sleeves,
elbow pad,
maybe even a tattoo.
No, but it's I'm teasing about the calf sleeves and everything, but I'm serious about the whole swagger of it. I think it's. I don't think that it was when I played against him in the summer. I was like, he can go, like he can hoop. You know, at first we were just like, who is this guy? You know, we was in some league, but then you sort of defended him, you try and get in him a little bit. He wasn't afraid of the contact. He'd go in there with anybody and try and finish. So I was like, all right, he could play. Like, and then when he came here, and then he finally got in against the Nets, you know, he was playing good, but you could tell he was still a little, you know, in his shell. Then when he got to screaming and bopping his head and sticking his tongue out. I'm like, all right, Jeremy, there you go. You know what I mean? There you go. I'm all about the swagger. I'm all about that. You know, that makes me play better. Like when people doing that and crowds get into it, Novak's doing the belt, Amari's flexing in the crowd. Like that gets me amped up. You know,
I don't need to give him much advice. He seems to. We have to actually bring him real.
Yeah.
A little bit.
They got to calm me down. I'm the amped up dude on the bench.
Are you?
Yeah. I listen to slow music before the game so I can calm down. Seriously. You do it too. That's why he's chilling.
No, but I was going to say, to be honest, the way that Jeremy has handled himself, I think, you know, this year has been pretty remarkable. I think, you know, with the media frenzy that's kind of taken place and the success that he's had and the leadership role he kind of had to take from, you know, only his second year, I think speaks volumes about the kind of player Jeremy is. And people were always asking, you know, when is Linsanity going to end? When is Jeremy Lin going to fade away? And I'm looking at these people like, are you watching the same game that we're watching? You know, it was like Jeremy would come out and it wouldn't be the first quarter he had 20 points or he wasn't hitting half-court shots. It was him playing a consistent game, being a leader, and I think that's what's been the best part about it. That seeing that, you know, it's not going anywhere.
I mean, how much of this game is mental? You know, how much of it is the swagger and the confidence? And do you get more of that or less of that now with the new coach? Is it kind of the same?
I think first of all, this game is extremely mental, especially in the NBA. No one gets to the NBA on accident. No one gets to the NBA and cannot play. And there's a lot of guys who can play in the NBA but don't have the same opportunity, but have the skills to be in the NBA. But in terms of mentally and confidence, you know, I think the important thing for me is to be confident in the team and the system and the guys I'm on the floor with. I think that's huge, to be able to trust that I can do this and have my teammate cover my back. And so that's something that we've built, and we've learned to trust each other. And you know, that's funny to me because people don't realize when we won those 7 games, and you know, everyone wanted to talk about Linsanity. The thing that people didn't realize is we were the #1 defensive team in the NBA at that during that 7-game stretch, and you know, that goes so far beyond one person. That goes all the way down the line to, you know, everyone that comes into the game, and so that's really why we won, was our defense, and obviously with, you know, guys like Shump playing defense, and you know, Novak too, and people. Novak doesn't think he plays defense, but if you watch him, he's a very good defender. He doesn't always get the rebound, but his guy won't get the rebound.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, he might not be the best leaper, but he can box out. You know, and so it was.
Where does the defensive inspiration come from, though? I mean, that's what's confusing
You see him out there pressuring the ball, you better not let your guy get the ball, because if he does his job, if he's working that hard and you let your guy catch it right there and you don't put pressure on him, then he's essentially wasting his energy. And so it's catching on to the energy and, like you said, the energy, the swag, the confidence of other players and having it all elevate each other. That's really what the team is about. That's what basketball is about.
Plus, I like playing on the breakaway. So I like, you know, when the crowd get into it and we get that steal, we get on that break. That's where that's why everything goes nuts. You know, we might run it down there. Some might, like, maybe we don't get a dunk. You know, maybe we don't get an alley-oop. But just because we ran down there, they might leave this dude wide open. And if he hit a three, you know, the Garden rocks. So.
Yeah, that's right. You love playing in the Garden, aren't you?
Yeah, I like.
You loving the atmosphere.
Yeah. I like the stage. You know what I like? I like that the other team gets a kick out of, like, oh, we in the Garden, I'm finna go for 50. Right. No, you're not. You're really not. That's what's not gonna happen. But, you know, people get a kick out of that, though. That's why other teams are coming there and they just be pumped up, ready to go. Like, you're not getting 50 in here.
Well, it's the Mecca. It's the capital of basketball.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Do you find it hard? Just, you know, is it a good shooting court, by the way? Because a lot of times people say at the beginning, you come on that court, is it, you know, the sight lines and everything, no problem? It doesn't seem like you have a problem.
Yeah, no, it's been good for me so far. But I mean, for me, I'm really a huge muscle memory guy. I like to just shoot a ton every day, so that no matter if it's, you know, dark behind the hoop or light behind the hoop or where we're playing,
doesn't matter.
It's more of a muscle memory thing.
How many shots you take in a day?
It really depends on the day, but
today.
Well, one thing I can say is he shoots every day, and it doesn't matter how many games we play. He'll be in the gym the next day and he'll at least get up some shots. It may not be the most, but while everyone else is sleeping, he'll make sure at least to go in the gym and make sure to keep the form, like you said, the muscle memory. So
are you in hundreds of shots a day, or?
Yeah, some days, you know, 200-300, other days maybe only 50, maybe 100. So.
Is that, now you've been doing that since you're a kid? I mean, if you're a kid out there, sees a lot of kids out there. I mean, if you're 12 years old, what's your suggestion to them is?
When I was very blessed. I grew up in a basketball family. My dad was my high school coach, so I always had the keys to the gym. The school still doesn't know, but I had the code to the gym. And my dad would let me go, and he would swear. He said, look, if you ever get caught, you do not tell them I gave you that code. But I would go in and I would shoot. And he also happened to build my driveway when I was growing up was on a big slant, so we happened to build a half court in the backyard. So I was very lucky. And really starting in 8th grade was when I really realized there was so many other kids that were good players. I wasn't going to be the strongest, wasn't going to be the most athletic. I had to be the best shooter if I wanted to play in the NBA. So starting in 8th grade, every single day I would make 300 jump shots every day on the half court in my backyard, and people would always say, you know, did you shoot 300 or did you make 300? And I would make 300 every day after I came home from school.
Wow.
And that was really where it started for me, where I just loved to play. I dreamt about playing in the NBA, but I realized there were so many guys out there like Shump that were so athletic. No, seriously though, that I wasn't ever going to be able to be that athletic and that strong. So I had to do something else, and so I really put my effort towards shooting.
It's nice to see we have three guys. All three of you spent 4 years in college.
No.
You're 4 years.
Shump
how many years?
actually,
I left after my third.
it's because he did his schoolwork too fast. No more left for him.
Why Georgia Tech though? Why?
You know, it's funny. I was supposed to go to Marquette. I was really leaning towards going to Marquette, and I actually got a tip that Coach Crean wasn't going to be at Marquette. You know, but it was a little weird. But I was like, I don't really want to go somewhere and somebody leave.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. And then with Coach Hewitt being at Georgia Tech, Coach Hewitt used to just like, because, you know, all the coaches recruit you, and it's like, they're like, oh, how's your day going? How's school? How's your family? And it's like a constant routine with all the coaches. But Coach Hewitt used to be like, turn to ESPN Classic, Penny Hardaway's playing. You know, you should watch Penny Hardaway. Or turn to, you know, ESPN right now, Bruce Bowen is locking up right now. You really might want to watch Bruce Bowen. And he used to just change it up for me. And anybody that's like just a student of the game like that, you know, and wants me to be a student of the game.
Are you a student of the game still?
Yeah.
Is that what makes you so good defensively?
I like, before every game, I get clips of whoever I got to guard, who their main scorers are, and just see where they're comfortable and how I'm gonna make, you know,
So
their life
some
terrible
film.
for the day.
Are you that guy in the huddle that says, Coach, I just want the best score. I want the best guy on the team. I'll take care of that. You guys take care of the rest?
they usually give me the best score, but
They do.
if like Dunleavy, like if he starts going off, I just say I got him.
You're in the huddle.
I'm gonna make that distinction though. I don't like it just bothers me. It really bothers me like that.
What's your deal? No, Novak didn't tell him about the deal he had with Dunleavy. That's why.
But if I remember right, he switched down to Dunleavy after he only had like 10 points, right?
Yeah. So where did the other?
I don't know.
16.
Yeah, I don't know what happened already.
I was on the bench at that point.
What bothers you on the court? Anything? What gets you what gets you annoyed, and then what do you do about it when you are annoyed? Do you try not to? Obviously, you try not to get too up, too down, but something that bothers you?
When people make his nose bleed every game. His nose bleeds every game.
I don't like when my nose bleeds.
It's like every game.
So half the game.
I don't know. I don't like when we're at home and we get booed. That's tough. That's tough.
You take it personal.
Yeah. But you know, the one thing you try to do through everything is just to play harder, and that's kind of our motto. Is, you know, we went through a rough year. We had a lot of downs. I mean, we've had our ups, but we've had our downs, and the one thing we always try to get back to is working hard and playing harder, and so that's all we try to do.
How old were you guys when you started playing basketball?
5.
5 years old?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't good, but I played.
You were playing. And I mean, perpetually, that was always your...
Yeah, it was. It's always been basketball and soccer, and then soccer eventually kind of got rid of that, and it's been basketball. So,
Like I said, I was born into a coach's family, so really as long as I can remember, I think, I don't know if it was true or not, but he says he had a hoop in my crib and I had a ball when I was little. So now my son does.
I'm the same way. I always had a little hoop.
Since
I was little, yeah. I've seen pictures. You know, he might not have pictures. I got pictures, just a little hoop. You know.
You guys have really quickly become real New York guys. And on that subject, like, what's your favorite thing about New York? What are you enjoying outside of the Garden?
Shopping. I just like to shop. I do.
For
Clothes.
You're a clothes guy?
Clothes and sneakers. Well, like, yeah.
Now, will you buy will you buy all kinds of brands of sneakers, even though you can't wear? Are you allowed to do that? Kind of Adidas really kind of get you on a tight leash, huh?
No comment.
Yeah. No comment. That's fair enough. How about you, Steve?
I mean, I think especially this is my first time being in New York this year, and it's like I feel like I haven't been able to really enjoy as much of the city as we'd like to. Our schedule's been really insane. But I mean, with that being said, I think playing in the Garden before I lived here, I knew was a special thing. My first college game I ever played was at the Garden in the Coaches versus Cancer, and when I played there, I knew it was a special place. And now it's like to be on the side that the fans are cheering for. It's just like it's a religious experience, really. I don't think that there's any up from here. I mean, I think this is the stage that you dream to play on, and to be able to be on the Knicks and to play at the Garden in front of the New York's fans, you know, I think is.
You have a
special.
non-Garden memory? I mean, is it a restaurant or a place you had to go and just?
Honestly, I think probably just having my son, you know, around and starting to be able to really, you know, I always dreamed of.
How old?
20 months.
Oh, so you're right, getting in the thick of it, terrible twos.
Yeah, my wife is having to deal with it. Well, like I said, our schedule is too busy. We're on the road every day, but no, just having him around, you know, being able to be in the NBA and have my son, I think has been special for me.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Anything particular in New York do you love? Do you enjoy it?
Seconding what he said, when the Garden gets loud, it's the most unbelievable thing I've ever experienced in terms of being in an arena, playing in front of fans. It really is like a out of this world experience to be there at the peak when, you know, they're going crazy. But off the court, I like how there's an energy about the city. There's always something going on, something to do, and the fans are very knowledgeable of the team, and everyone knows what's going on. And so everywhere you go, people are always talking and up to date about not just the Knicks, but
a knowledgeable town.
Absolutely.
They're serious about their sports.
Yeah. Super serious.
They're serious about their sports. They talk about a pass, a play. But, listen, but when the ball drops, on the defensive end, because you guys are boxed out, fans will go crazy in this town, knowing that you've boxed out. Or when you hold a team to 24 seconds, shot clock, buzzer goes off. This town goes crazy. Love that. There's no doubt. There's a town that likes hard defense. I didn't ask you this question, but besides the sneakers, though, did you have a role model growing up? And also, do you collect? Are you a collector? Are you a collector of jerseys and autographs or anything like that?
I used to do throwback jerseys, but when I turned I think it was when I turned 13, I was like, I'm not wearing another jersey till it's mine. Yeah.
And what was the first throwback jersey you bought, though?
Isaiah Thomas.
I'll leave that alone. We're not going to go there tonight, but he was a nice player, though. Nothing wrong with that. He was a great player, actually.
No. He was one of my favorite. Plus, he's from Chicago area, so.
And collecting and do you do some swapping now?
Of what?
Like will you swap with a?
Oh no, I don't.
You don't even talk to.
I don't even have jerseys anymore.
Yeah.
I got watches though.
You're collecting watches. We're learning a lot about Shumpert. He's giving it up.
Jeremy's starting to get on the watch game too.
Yeah.
I used to. Jeremy used to be like, "What kind of watch is that? What kind of watch is that?" And he used to wear no watches. He used to just wear the rubber bands all the time. He's always 2 rubber bands. You've seen it, right? The 2 rubber bands. Yep. 2 rubber bands. Look at him now. Dallas.
Trying to be like Shump. He doesn't know mine are fake though.
We won't tell him. Let's not. Did you have an idol growing up? Was there somebody you really looked up to?
Jordan.
You were a Jordan guy too.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be. And you?
I was right down the street in Milwaukee, so for me it was Jordan too.
Yeah. No Milwaukee Bucks?
I mean,
not the Big O or
Ray Allen?
No, I mean to be honest, the guys I really looked up to were my dad's high school players. Those were like the guys I thought I would be as old as, the guys who I couldn't believe how good they were. So I wasn't as big of an NBA fan. I was a high school, my dad's players. But I mean, I think if you were even relatively close in age, I mean, Jordan was it.
There's no question.
Yeah.
Now, were you a collector at all? Collect any autographs? Or?
Collected a lot of Packers stuff growing up.
All the way back to Star and everything?
No, I'm not that old. No.
It's nothing like going back and getting the throwback guys. I mean, we're all not that old. I mean, you'd have to be pretty old.
No, Brett Favre, though, yeah.
Yeah, Brett Favre was your
Brett Favre fan, and I know he had quite a little stint here. I know everyone loved that.
Oh, loved it.
Yeah, but now Aaron Rodgers, that was my thing, was Packers.
I asked you about this on the All-Star game, by the way. You're supposed to be in the slam dunk contest.
Oh.
Now, I feel kind of cheated. We were there. Were you there?
I wasn't.
He should have been in the 3-point contest.
No question. I mean, it was a criminal that you weren't there. You would have locked that up.
Yeah,
He should have been in the dunk contest too.
How would you have done it?
Come on, Novak.
How would you have done in that dunk contest? No,
I would have won that dunk contest.
You would have won that?
I would have won that dunk.
Is it possible we may see you next year?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know about I still got some hostility towards that rookie game though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Shump should have been in that.
I don't think you missed anything though.
No, I didn't. I just feel a little disrespected. That's all.
Oh, okay. I like the chip.
Yeah.
It just seemed like you guys are
way.
so tired. You're playing so many nights in a row. It's like, okay, now play another night, and how much can you put on in a rookie game? But just the respect factor.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah.
The respect factor.
Like I said, sometimes I just don't like certain guys playing in the game.
He had earned that.
That's all.
He should have been in that. That was
fine.
tough to see it.
Top 10.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Top 5 rookie in scoring. Top 5 assists.
It
best
wasn't even
defender out
about
there.
that. It was just like some guys wasn't even playing. Some guys was getting moved. Never mind. I'm not even gonna get into it.
We have a few minutes. I mean,
Don't do that.
I think he
Not
just
gonna
needs a
do
new
that.
pair of shoes.
Yeah.
now, do you find him kind of moving in on your sneakers and stuff like that, or?
Some have come up missing, right?
Yeah.
What?
Some of
Some
your
of our sneaks.
Oh yeah, I think when St. John's used our locker room, they used to take shoes. I think.
blame you.
Well, I know if I get in there, I would take a picture. No question.
I think so.
What size are you, by the way?
Hello?
What size? In case I want to get you a pair.
Oh, 14.
14. All right. I'm a little bit of a collector of sneakers myself.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What
Oh
kind?
yeah. I'm a Jordan guy. I mean, I'm not, I love the Jordans. Love them.
No comment.
No comment.
Somebody tonight brought me a pair of Jordan 8s, which are so hard to get. The original Jordan 8s, the blacks.
Aquas.
Oh, sweet. With the little rainbow on the inside.
They have nothing in
Probably.
common.
It's very hard to get those sneakers. It's hard to get those. They're comfortable for an old guy like me.
Tough to get.
What? We kind of wrap things up to some degree. Tell me, for people out there, something maybe that they don't know about you. Something you want to just leave, and also a little bit of a prediction. I think people are a little nervous about the season. You guys are ailing a little bit. Give us a little insight of how you plan on taking the next couple of weeks with the injuries in mind on. But tell me a little something that maybe we haven't covered tonight about you that maybe the fans and some of the people watching, people watching worldwide, by the way. So it's Adidas folks.
Shump may be Shump's extremely musically talented.
Really?
Basically talented.
He's very good with words and rapping.
Are you a rapper, Shump?
Maybe you should give us a little something.
Can you give us a little something?
No way.
A little something.
No. We're not gonna put him on the spot.
No,
unless he
Shump,
wants
he's
to,
not.
but-
He can handle it though.
Oh, that he wants to. Look.
Oh,
Yeah.
he wants to. Let's back up then. Go
A
ahead.
little something.
It's a lot of pressure.
Oh, y'all gonna put me on the spot?
Yeah, a little something. Are you not up for it?
And
A little something, a little rap, just a couple lines.
You don't have to, Sean.
Do I have to?
Yeah,
you know,
I have to.
yeah.
He like, yeah, you got to. I'm trying to think of something that's,
I feel like I'm an 8 Mile right now.
it's
I feel like I'm an 8 Mile right now.
an 8 Mile. Oh, you trying to say I'm choking? No. All right.
Probably something you're rapping, before the game, or something you're kind of rapping.
Actually, I actually just did a song, but it's kids and stuff in here. That's why I got to think of something real classy, something real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll come back to me. Why don't you guys go ahead?
and Novak might be the funniest person on the team, but people don't expect that.
Well, has he done anything that's been? Is it in the huddle? Is it before the games? Is it on the plane?
Everything. We shouldn't tell that.
Yeah, it's okay.
When we take off, he likes to plank sometimes.
Come on. Come on. That's the problem is only Jeremy thinks I'm funny.
I think he's hilarious. I think everyone thinks he's hilarious.
Anything else particularly he does that's funny? Like, give an example. Something in the huddle. Anything in the huddle that kind of breaks things up? So those huddles are long.
Oh, he has like a hot pack during the huddles, and he has his hands on a hot pack like this.
This is true.
Because like they're drawing plays, we doing defensive schemes, nobody's paying no attention. He just sort of looks. He keeps his hands warm so that when he gets the ball, he
I
can
know what's funny about him. Novak can't remember any of the plays. So, when he gets in the game, when we're in the game together, obviously the first thing you do is run a play for Novak because that's usually just 3 points. So I come down and I call a play.
Give the example, please. They'll understand.
Called
the people will
Orange.
understand.
The play is called Orange, and when I call Orange, the person closest to Novak.
Don't tell the world.
Oh no, it's already out on scouting reports.
Jeez.
When we call Orange, the person closest to Novak goes, screens him, he steps back and shoots the 3. It's a simple play. So I call Orange in the middle of the game, and he looks at me, and he runs to the elbow. And I'm like, what are you doing? So, you're supposed to shoot a 3. So in the timeout, he comes up to me. He's like, "My bad, Jeremy. I'm really sorry. I thought we were running horns." I said, "Novak,
The play horns.
Novak, we don't have a play called horns."
Come on, Novak.
Okay, there's.
He's not on the Mavs anymore. We can't run Mavs plays.
So we may or may not have been running a play called horns, but it was on scout team the other day.
The other team had a play called horns.
So I thought he called horns, which is actually a very common play in the NBA, which several teams have used. I've been on some of those teams, so maybe it was in the back of my head. So I thought he called horns, which is a very basic set, but he had called orange. There was just a little miscommunication. But I got it now. I don't ever run horns anymore.
Well, it seems like that orange play is almost like an automatic now. I mean, they're really looking for you on the three.
Yeah.
You're feeling it. You're feeling
Not
the love.
really a play anymore. It's just when in doubt, find Novak. If you're ever in doubt, just look for 16.
You're not afraid to shoot those three, are you?
No, it's my job.
Something you want on Jeremy that we don't know, or
There has to be some things.
There has to be something, right?
Especially with the things he's telling about us, Shump.
Yeah, there's nothing.
No, there's some things.
No, there's not.
Oh, well, nah, you're right. Don't have any dirt on Jeremy.
You know, Jeremy and Landry do have a bond. And the first time I noticed that was definitely when we were on the plane and I had my headphones on and I had the noise cancellation button on and I had music going and I could still hear Jeremy and Landry screaming like little girls. And I'm looking over like, what are they doing over there? And I let it go. And then a couple more times I look over and I go, what are you guys doing over there? And they're playing Monopoly. On their iPad.
You didn't tell the important part of the story. We were playing on our iPad, and Landry bought Park Place, and I landed on it a couple times. That's why I was doing it. Yeah. It's $2,000 every time you land.
Hello?
Rookie
those are
salary.
long flights.
Yes.
Well, it's nice to see you playing nice family games. You hear all these stories about players doing all these other things on the flights. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm going to comment on that, but it's nice. You see the wholesome, the way the New York Knicks organization, right? Monopoly, listening to music, beautiful.
I sleep. I go to sleep on every flight.
That's nice. That's really nice. You can see it, and you see the result on the court. Very harmonious, family-like. Did you have a little rap for us or something?
Oh, he came back to me. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it clean.
You do sing.
Hello?
You do sing.
It's more rap.
No, it's more rap, spoken word type stuff.
Okay.
I got one. It's like to get here, you gotta go through hell like I did. Deal with the people calling you bluff like I did. Be efficient as a hybrid. Be willing to give up your Friday nights for the gym so you can shine like I did. Blood, sweat, and tears for mine. I be working overtime. I'm trying to get ahead like an overbite. I had to sacrifice a letter grade so my B's was A's so I could go A to B in the back seat. Went through my me thing, and even though they called me cocky, made sure college tuition ain't break my pop's pockets. Stopped watching TV, worked to get on it. Rose through the combine even though they hated on me. Had the crib behind me, the block paid homage. Put more weight on my shoulders and told me to keep grinding. So now I'm foaming at the mouth to bring the dog out. We keep the circle tight and never stress about a fallout. And that's it.
Pretty good, huh?
I like that. Got the clean. Just last thing here, just real quick. Are you a trash talker? Because I get the sense that you can get a little trash.
What made him think that?
Ironically.
What a surprise. But is it something, is anything really, really funny that we could talk about? Just, is there any real specific trash talk that you like to get under people's skin, or?
It depends. Like if there's a player with braids, you know what I'm saying? Like if you just got something that like you shouldn't, like I don't feel like a grown man should have braids.
Good thing you're mellow now.
No. It's just like on the basketball court. You know what I mean? Like when you step between the lines, like I'm looking for any reason to just get under you. So like if he has braids, I'm like, who's guarding the dude with the braids? Like, like everybody in the league knows each other's names. I got the scouting report. I know exactly who he is. Got his name on his jersey, but I'm like, who's the dude? Who got the dude with the braids? Like, all right, so you got braids, or somebody, you know what I'm saying, or somebody that wears like ankle socks. I hate ankle socks. I admit it, I hate ankle socks. I do, unless it's on a woman.
Iman would like to apologize to the man in the back with the braids and the ankle socks.
It's only if you play basketball. If you got braids, I have nothing against you. But if you got ankle socks, I'll be like, who's guarding the guy with ankle socks?
Well, thank you guys. It's been really a joy. And Jeremy, thank you as well for everything. Great. Thank you. You got it. Thank you. Thank you for coming out.